Keep learning, keep adding new things to your tech stack, to your not only technical, right? You don't grow only technically, right? So keep on learning new things, stay curious because things are changing very fast. We're evolving very fast. We are even technologies are changing, right? And everything changes very fast. So keep on learning, stay curious, stay exploring new things, and
Don't fear mistake. Learn from them quickly. If I'm not going to take risk, how am I supposed to know that it was worth it? So this is going to be my first one. The second one will be communication is as important as your technical skills. If you are technically sound but you're not able to deliver it and you're not able to communicate it, it's not going to be that much valued. So it just go hand in hand. So communication and technical skill has to go hand in hand. And if I say about third one, it's going to be take ownership of your work because the accountability build trust.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Culture and Career Corner podcast. I'm your host, Anamika, and I'm really glad you're spending this time with us today. This episode is very special because we are joined by Pranjali and Rebecca, two people who represent very different roles, but the same mindset, curiosity, ownership, and a genuine commitment to growth. Their stories really show what career growth at IT by design can look like when opportunity meets initiative. So let's all welcome Pranjali and Rebecca. Welcome to the show, guys.
Yep.
Um,
Thank you.
Thanks, Anamika. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, I'm so excited to get into the conversation today with both of you and really learn a lot of things and have a lot of takeaways with me. All right, so let's just jump right in and we're going to be starting with the career journeys. So I'm going to start with you, Pranjali. Can you please walk us through how your journey at IT by Design began and how it has evolved?
So it is started in 2021, October. I still remember the date, 4th October. I joined here. And it's been 4 years here, and it's been very, very good. I'd say amazing journey with ITB. And if I talk about since starting when I joined, it was a very small team when I joined. But we have grown a lot as a team, which has been a very exciting part of my journey because I've seen people joining us, the interns coming us, and our team has grown this much now, right? And along the way, my focus was working on very scalable solution, front-end solution, I would say, and mentoring the team, which is very important, and growing the team while growing myself as a leader. Because when you grow your member, you grow your team, you grow as a person, you grow as a leader, as a mentor, right? So that was very interesting for me because here in IT by design, I've joined as a leader first time, right? So it was very new for me from scratch. I've learned everything as a leader. I'm still learning from my leaders, my mentors, my team members. I learn every day. It is very fulfilling journey, I would say. And it's not about only technical growth. Obviously, you're getting technical growth because we are um growing day by day. We are adding new features and everything, right? But when I say growing, right? So it is not always technical growth. It is personal growth as well, right? Because when you get good people to work with, they are a very talented people, I would say. Here in Team GPS, everyone is very talented. In my team, if I take the reference of people of IDVD, right? So they're very good at expressing themselves, very good at their part, what they're doing. So you also get improved by your personality. You improve your personality, right? Because you see some person is doing something else, some person is good at something else. So you try improving yourself as well, right? So I would say the journey is very fulfilling, uh, uh, very much learning, technical growth, personal growth, and we it uh, it creates a trust, right, between the people, which uh, which allow you to communicate very openly, right? So when you're open to communicate um, to your members, it is very helpful for them as well, right? And we are just maintaining the same environment in our uh, team. So that is working very well, and I'm looking forward to make more uh, good memories, I would say, because my people are very good, and it's very good to work here. So yeah, journey is very good since so far, and I hope it will be very, very, very rocking, in future.
That's amazing, Pranjali. And I think I should say that I think time flies, right?
Yes,
It's
yes,
already been 4 years. I still remember the first time I spoke with you. And yeah, it was, I mean, I still can't believe everyone actually in the team GPS. It's just so amazing. And it's so wonderful to see, I think, from such a small team.
yes. I think
Just
there were 5, 6 people, and now we are 14 people.
yeah,
14,
you
16 people.
you actually started when there was still 5, 6. I
Yes,
remember when we
yes, yes.
started hiring, there was not even one person, right?
Yeah,
So it was
3 or 4
just
people. Yeah.
yeah, it was just like two people, like the leaders basically. And I knew, and I still remember the struggles that we faced. Oh my God, it was too much. And but I think it's so wonderful to see how Team GPS, from a team of like two people to, you said 14, right? You have 14
16, yeah,
people today.
14, 16 people.
How
Yes,
much it has involved, and I think every person in the team, I think, has completed a good amount of time in the organization,
yes.
right?
And everyone is amazing, I would
Right.
say.
And they've
All
grown.
amazing team.
Yeah. And they've grown so much. So I think what
Right.
really stands out when you were sharing your journey is actually the way you talked about growth, like beyond just the technical side, right? So the combination of scaling systems, but I think also mentoring people is something that we really value at IT by Design. And I think it's a perfect example of how leadership here isn't just about titles, right? It's actually about impact, the impact that you're making as a leader. So, thank you so much for enlightening all of us. And it is so wonderful to hear that you're so happy and you're expecting, I think what you mentioned was your journey to be more rocking in the future. And it will be, and it will be, and I'm sure about it. Great. Now let's go to Rebecca. Rebecca, can you share your career journey with us? How has your role evolved since you joined IT by Design? We'd love to know that.
Sure. So I guess next month I'll complete 2 years here. And if I talk about my journey, I can say it in 3 words. That is learning, growth, and responsibility. I joined with a strong technical foundation, and over time I was given the opportunity to take ownership, work closely with clients, and I contributed beyond my defined role. So if I say about ITBD, how it has evolved me, it has definitely evolved me from focusing purely on technical execution to thinking more strategically about service delivery, teamwork, and impact. So if I say every phase has pushed me to grow, and that's what I value most about my journey here.
Wow, that's amazing. That's short and sweet, but I think I got to know a lot about you. Thank you for sharing. And I think the evolution that you mentioned, from execution to, I think you said, strategic thinking, right?
Yeah, from
I think is
technical
such an important
learning.
shift, I would say, right? And it's also something, many professionals aspire to, but don't always get the opportunity to experience. So looks like with your journey, you did get the opportunity to experience that, right? That shift. And I think it's great to see how IT Mini creates the space for that kind of growth when people are ready to step up. So thank you so much, Rebecca, for sharing, your journey with us. And now let's talk about a very important segment of the podcast, which I think every ITBD community member is very, very, very proud of, which is our culture, right? The ITBD way, the ITBD culture, right? And I think culture plays such a big role, in how people grow in the organization, right? Not just professionally, I would say, but I would say personally as well, right? So, Pranjali, from your perspective as a team lead, how would you describe IT by Design's culture?
So, when I talk about ITYD's culture, ITYD, sorry, when we talk about the culture of ITVD, the first thing is people comes first here. Like where anyone talks about the culture, they always say people come first, people first culture, we say, right? So, and apart from that, if people first is there, then obviously work life balance is already there, right? So whenever somebody asks me about the culture, like how is culture, should I join, should I try in your company, I say, yeah man, why don't you join, just try here. It's literally work life balance. And whenever any survey comes, you guys keep on doing surveys, right, on the culture and all. So I never forget to write that work life balance, right, which I really like about ITBD. And I'm personally just uh, witnessing same thing. I'm living the same thing, right? I'm working with Team GPS, and I'm married, I'm handling my life, I'm handling my family, and I have a very good balance there, right? And apart from this work life balance, if I talk about the environment, right? So a healthy work environment is very important. It is a very important part of a culture, right? It's not about uh, how you are handling things. Sometimes what happens, you are very good at handling pressure, very good at handling responsibilities, but the work environment is not healthy, right? So you get demotivated somewhere, and you are not able to deliver things on time, right? So that is very most important part of culture of a company, or an IT company, right? That is a healthy work environment makes a person very much comfortable to deliver on time, to work on something, to speak up about anything, or to communicate about anything, right? Either it's your personal life or the professional life, right? So I feel it's very, very good culture we have here. We have our core values as well, right? We always keep on saying our core values, happy core values, right? So yeah, we are happy at ITBD, and I feel it's a very good culture. And what happens? Culture is not something uh, ever ready, right? You get it from somewhere, right? You create it. People create culture, right? You recognize everyone's work. You appreciate everyone, each one of you, right? And then you open a path of fair communication, of fair appreciation. So these little things makes the culture healthy, and everything is happening here in ITVD. So I feel it's very good, it's very healthy, and it's happy.
That's amazing. So, what I could understand is that one first thing that you highlighted was the work life balance, right? And the second thing that you highlighted with the culture is creating that space of openness, right? That trust, right? That, your juniors can reach out to you and you can reach out to your leaders, right? So, creating that space, creating that environment, I think is very, very important. And you very rightly said, I think culture is built, it's not just there, right? You have to build a culture, right? And if you remember, we had this amazing leadership session, and three things, that we were said to build an amazing culture: that every employee should be seen, should be valued, should be acknowledged, seen, and heard. I remember it very correctly. So I think that is very, very important. And every employee or every person out there, I think, looks for those three things, that he or she is seen, heard, and acknowledged. And that's basically building a culture, building a great culture where people can not just thrive, but they can also grow, right? So thank you so much for sharing that and putting it so beautifully, Pranjali. And now let's go to Rebecca. Rebecca, how would you describe the culture? Or, let me just ask it this way, how does the culture show up for you in your day-to-day work when you come to the office?
Yeah, the first word that I will say is support. The support we get from our colleagues. And since we work always in technical, so it's not about our own team. We do get that support if we are stuck somewhere. The people here are reachable and very helpful. I haven't seen that in other organizations where one team is bonding with the other team. I have seen people working in the silos, but here it's not the same. We are open, people are open to communicate, they are approachable, and the efforts are definitely recognized. And if anytime I have an idea, I go up to the seniors, hey, why don't we do it like this? Maybe this might work for us. So I see that ideas are welcomed. If you have something, if you have a good vision, they do appreciate that. And I definitely see a growth. I definitely see opportunities that has been carved for me since I mentioned that I started with the technical. Now I'm going into the delivery, and I see that growth over there. I see opportunities, and both, and it's really helping me both professionally as well as personally. So yeah.
Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Rebecca. So that balance, I think you mentioned accountability paired with support, right? I think it's so, so important, right? To build an amazing culture. And I think it allows a lot of people to stretch themselves without feeling that they are doing it all alone. The word that you mentioned, that you're an ITBD doesn't, it doesn't feel that people are working in silos. And the reason why you feel that, and I think I've also experienced this on all these 5 years of my journey with IT by design, is that everybody's very approachable, right? They are ready to help you. They are there for you. If you're stuck, you don't need to keep waiting. You just need to raise your hand and go to them. That, I need support. And they will do everything in their power to basically support you and collaborate with you, irrespective of what department they are. And this is something that I've seen in the organization. So that is so wonderful. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for sharing that with us. And now, this is actually one of my favorite part of the show. The reason why I say that is because whoever I meet every time in the podcast, I actually get to learn so many beautiful, life lessons from each one. And I have so much, like I note it down and I take it away with me. And then I sort of introspect and see, that I sort of knew it, but you sometimes just forget about it. Those are just beautiful life lessons that you follow in your daily life, right? So, Pranjali, so thinking back on your journey, what lessons, do you wish you'd known earlier, that might help the next generation of professionals?
So I feel first thing is sorry. First thing is learning. Learning is the key, right? Keep learning, keep adding new things to your tech stack, to your not only technical, right? You don't grow only technically, right? I've already said that. So keep on learning new things. Stay curious because things are changing very fast. We are evolving very fast. Uh, Even technologies are changing, right? And everything changes very fast. So keep on learning, stay curious, stay exploring new things, and do every. I mean, stay curious, right? And this second thing, I would say collaboration is very important when you're working in a team. I know people think someday I was also thinking the same way because I used to work alone in some organization. I didn't have a team like front end team, right? So I was like, oh, solo. I'm a solo performer. I can do it. I can handle it my way, right? So, uh, but now I think solo. If you can perform solo, that's good. But if you want to succeed, you have to work with team. You have to um, be a team collaborator, right? You have to be a collaborator. If you want to succeed, you have to collaborate with your team, work with your team. You have to understand that, right? And apart from that, uh, I would say focus on what you can control, right? Because if I see my previous experiences, there were challenges are still here, but there are few things which you cannot change, like politics, right? Somewhere there were politics, there was favoritism, right? But you cannot change this. You can focus on what you can focus on your work, you how you can contribute to a team to make a difference, right? If you're making a difference by your work, you have already created an impact, right? Then politics or the favoritism or any challenges will not impact you or affect you badly, right? So I feel focus on what you can control, and keep learning, and stay curious, and collaborate with your collaboration is very important. You have to learn that.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Pranjali. I think that those lessons are incredibly grounding. And thank you for reminding us, today again, and all our viewers as well. And I love the part when you said, especially focusing on what you can control, right? I think that mindset really helps people stay ready, motivated, and steady as well, even when things feel uncertain, right? So you yeah it's of no point, I would say, to focus on things you can't control, right? It's just gonna lead you with overthinking, negativity, and a lot of other things as well, a lot of bad things, right? But if you focus on what you can control, right, then I think there is an immediate shift, I think, in the mindset, and you are ready for even the uncertainty, right? So thank you so much for sharing that with us, Pranjali and Rebecca. So what are those three top, I would say, life lessons, or those, actually I call them aha moments, AHA, aha moments, that shaped who Rebecca is today as a person, professionally and personally?
So, yeah, the first one will be don't fear mistake, learn from them quickly. If I'm not going to take risk, how am I supposed to know that it was worth it? So, this is going to be my first one. The second one will be communication is as important as your technical skills. If you are technically sound, but you're not able to deliver it and you're not able to communicate it, it's not going to be that much valued. So it just go hand in hand. So communication and technical skill has to go hand in hand. And if I say about third one, it's going to be take ownership of your work, because the accountability build trust.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And I love
that's
your
good.
first one. And I got to know something about Rebecca today, that you're a risk taker,
Yeah, always.
right? That's
Yes.
awesome. That's amazing. That's very entrepreneurial, Rebecca. I think that's amazing. And very rightly said, I think, about the communication part. Yes. I mean, and I think, I don't know if you, because you both are like technical people, right? And it's difficult when you are technical and you have to communicate, right? Because you guys are very technical people, right? And if you have to explain few things to, let's say, a person like me, somebody in HR, it's difficult, right? Because and we don't understand, right? And that's where the communication gap comes, right? We don't understand your language, you don't understand our language. And I think it's such a great reminder. Thank you, Rebecca, for sharing with all of us. And I can say, that technical skills get you in the door, but I think communication is what builds trust and long-term success. So, like we say, communication is the key to solving any real issue out there, right? So, thank you so much. Really powerful reminders. And yeah, thank you for enlightening us, both of you guys, today. So, just a last, quick question. We have these amazing five core values with IT by design, right? And the acronym is HAPI, right? So, I would ask you, Rebecca, which one is your favorite and why?
Positivity.
And what would be the reason why positivity is so important to you?
Because it not only gives you the motivation, it gives the motivation to the other people as well. If you are not positive, you won't be able to work with other people. And I get it, some days are not good, but it's okay. You have good days as well. So it's fine. So I go by positivity. It's very important.
Yeah, I think that's beautiful. Yes. So if you're not happy, you can't keep people happy, right?
Yes.
It starts with you, right?
Yes.
Stop blaming the world, stop blaming your environment. It starts with you. And I strongly believe in one thing, that, you're a reflection of your own environment. So if you're grumpy, if you're upset, if you're angry, you will meet people and they will behave the same way with you. And that's not going to help you, right? And your day will just go really, really bad the entire day. And when you'll go back home and introspect that what went wrong, and then you will realize that probably I wasn't at my best behavior today. So that's it. That's great. And Pranjali, what about you? Which is your favorite core value out of the five that we have out of HAPI, and why?
So first is obviously positive, because being positive in every situation is very important, because when you are calm, you are able to think, you are able to handle your pressure and other things as well, right? So I see there are few situations where you cannot be positive, but I would say 99% you can you should be positive. I think, right? and apart from positive passion, because if you have passion, then you should pursue it. And if you are going to pursue it, you have to be positive about it. So passion and positivity for me.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, both the P's. And out of the technical questions, of course, I'm not the right person to ask that, and this is not an interview at all. But I would love to ask a little bit about you, Rebecca. So I mean, of course, you have stressful days, right? Everybody has stressful days. You have, Pranjali have, I have, everyone has, right? We're working, right? And we are thriving in a very fast-paced environment. So when you're stressed and when you would really want to unwind yourself, Rebecca, what do you do in your free time?
I play chess.
My God, that's amazing.
That's the daily thing I do once I end my shift before sleeping. To shut my mind, I play chess, online chess, and it keeps me going because it's the only game uh, where we are not thinking anything else, just about the next move on the board. So yeah,
Wow. Wow, that's amazing. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Were you studious? Or like, you were academically? Were you very studious or what in school, college?
I was always into sports. I'm a badminton player, and then I
Oh,
play chess. But yeah, I'm always into games. I love playing basketball. On over weekends, I go to play basketball, badminton. Chess is like a daily thing. It has
and it
helped
helps
me.
you.
Yeah,
It
it
helps
helped
you.
me. Yes.
So the next day when you wake up and you go to the office, you're all refreshed.
Yes.
It's a new
You
day.
can sleep peacefully.
That's
Otherwise, it's just tickets running in my head.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And Pranjali, what about you? When you have, days when you're stressed, maybe because of work, maybe because of your deadlines, your project deadlines, not meeting, etc., etc., what do you do to unwind yourself?
So basically, there's nothing fixed, because I just take break from the work. Like if I am stuck somewhere, like I'll take a small example. If I'm doing a particular task and if I'm stuck somewhere and I'm trying and trying, then I just take a break. I'll have a coffee or I'll talk to my husband. I'll just sit with him and I'll just start talking whatever it is in my mind. Or sometime I watch TV, sometime I just go and sit in my balcony. So there are different things, depends on my mood. But I just take break from my work for
Yeah.
some time and then I get refreshed, and then I start thinking about where I was stuck and what was happening. And then I make a solution and I come back and I do it. That's my way.
Okay, great. So Pranjali, taking breaks is very important, right?
Yes, very.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Pranjali, for sharing that. And with that, Pranjali and Rebecca, thank you so much for sharing your journeys so openly today. And I think what I love most about these conversations is like, how different paths can be still connected by the same values with ownership, learning, and collaboration. And to everyone listening to the podcast today, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Culture and Career Corner podcast. If today's episode resonated with you, make sure to subscribe so you do not miss the stories that highlight what it's really like to grow a career at IT by design. We will be back soon with more voices and more journeys. Until next time, keep learning, stay curious, and take ownership of your growth. And we will see you soon on next episode of Culture and Career Corner podcast. Thank you so much, Pranjali and Rebecca, for joining us today.
Thank you, Namika.
Thank you so much for having
Thank you so
us.
much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys.